We pushed them back, but it was a close call. We got our crew beamed off in time before the raider exploded. And he congratulates us on being strong, and we're going to go through a lot of this dialogue. Caretaker says that we're being very persistent, and this is where we're going to make the new choice. So, picking up from our last thing, we need you to send us back where we came from.
Impossible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Ocampa.
So we can say these things, and just in case it affects dialogue down the line, we will confront him. What happened to the Ocampa was your fault. They were scanning the planet, and they accidentally evaporated all the water because they're from a different galaxy. There's another caretaker, but she went off because she was bored. And then you must let go of the Ocampa. But they're just children. Children grow up. And now we're going to say, send us home. You've dragged us into this. You need to send us...
Captain, Javin wasn't bluffing. His reinforcements have arrived. I could try to send access to the array system to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain.
No, I'm fading. Time is up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Ocampa. You must destroy it.
Yeah, don't listen to him. We'll be stranded.
Please protect the Ocampa.
And then this is the one choice that we have to make this way. The Kazon are closing in. We will destroy the array. We never asked to be involved, but we are. I won't trade the lives of the Ocampa for our convenience. Lieutenant Tuvok, ready the Tri-Cobalt devices.
What are you doing? The array's our only way out of here. You can't...
I can and I will.
Tri-Cobalt devices ready, Captain.
Fire.
We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are, making the decision for all of us? It was the right decision, B'Elanna. The Ocampa, they remind me of our own people. We were fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Ocampa deserved that too.
70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we?
Great. Now I'll definitely miss my next parole review. A missed parole review should not be your primary concern at the moment, Mr. Paris. Ah, thanks, Tuvok. Hadn't thought about that.
Javin is hailing us, Captain.
You've made an enemy today.
Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Voyager's hull, here we go. Voyager's hull can be damaged in combat, dialogue, spatial phenomena, or if the navigational deflector is offline. If the hull integrity reaches 0, Voyager will be destroyed and the game is over. Hull doesn't regenerate by itself. To repair the hull, assign a work team in the engineering office. Wait, 2 is asteroid field. 3 is plasma storm. 4 is nav... Oh, it's the various things that are causing damage. But wait, where do we find this information? This is in the engineering office. It looks like it shows in the engineering office, if I'm reading that. The one place I never looked. Hold on, let's go look. Workshop, transporter room, main engineering? Well, none of that looks familiar. It's upgradable, and we've got heroes. No, I don't know. This is the workshop. I will invite... It's not a spoiler at this point. I don't know where to see this information. Warp core is doing well. We're at 120 of 120. Oh, we could put B'Elanna in here, but we don't need the efficiency bonus for like a power or whatever. That would upgrade the warp core, which we don't want to do yet. Stellar cartography. Switch that off, but we kind of want to have that on. Navigational... Maybe it shows here? No. Maybe on the bridge. No. Cargo bay, mess hall, science lab, phaser control room. Hold on. Did anybody catch what that was called? Well, here's the workshop. Craft unique items. Got it. Tech tree, hull. So actually, it looks like it's here on the galaxy map. Hull balance. Where do you get to this screen, though? Can we click on our own ship? Yeah, that's us. So unfortunately, this feels like it's super important to understand. Time out for just 1 second. Star Trek Voyager check hull status. How do I check my ship hull points? You can see it on the main sector screen. You have the big blue counter on the left for morale, and the right side is for the health hull points. It only starts showing up after the tutorial area. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, because I don't have anything that looks like that here. Okay, so we can store up to 1,000 deuterium. Let's stop here and see if we can get some more. Wait, that's 5 cycles away. And we already visited there and there. Let's go to this place then. Okay, we have a good tractor beam. This would be a maximum of 600. We could also hang out here, but I don't really want to just, like, linger. Let's go for it. Okay, nothing was wasted. We're up to 769. We could go here. We could go here. And then that Class P planet. But, well, we can store up to 150. So yes, let's go see how much we can get here. Because we know that we're going to want some of this stuff for... Oh, maybe we're not going to want to. Hold on. You know what we can do? We'll build another cargo bay, and then we'll have lots of space for cool stuff. Let's build this, and we'll go here, and we'll build a cargo bay. How many blocks is this? Oh, it's only 1? Christ. Okay, we got to find a place to put that. Let's put in our cargo bay. Do I have 1 block available? Oh, wait. There. Do we have a 1 block available anyplace? Do we want to do another cargo bay here? Kind of. Yeah, we can't do anything there. Alright, more cargo bay. And that's both of our work crews. So that's going to take 4 days a pop, and we can't select in advance what it's going to be, so we'll just wait. Oops. Sam Linus says, starting the Delta Quadrant with 38 torpedoes, ended with -85. What was it? What was it in the show? Wasn't it like 70 something? They said it in like the first season. We've got like 78 torpedoes, and by the end of the season, the series, they'd fired like 100 and change. Okay, now we have cargo bays, so this is great. We're going to pick up all the resources that we can. This one will be for deuterium. And I think we're going to make this one be for deuterium as well for right now, because we've got lots of rooms we can clear out to get the duranium. Okay, search for anything, search safely. Safely search for anything valuable without entering the station. Repair parts of the mining station to mine some resources. And this would get us, this requires engineering office level 1. Now, can we put a person into the engineering office to improve our odds? Let's find out. Hold on, let's go here. And we'll go to the engineering office, because I don't think B'Elanna's doing anything in workshop. I have a sneaking suspicion she might be a good fit in here. Okay, so now she's in there. Does that affect the odds on this at all? It doesn't appear to. But, hold on, how much can we store? We're at 48 out of 150. I think we go for the better one. Oh, we did it. Okay, we got all 77. Now we have lots of duranium, and we're not currently emptying out any rooms. Let's pick up some deuterium, and then I think we're leaving this area. Oh, Sam Later says that was the count. Early on they said they had 38 and no way to get more. They fired 123 in total. Yikes. I didn't realize it was that far off. Plasma torch. So now when we clear out additional rooms, we'll get extra resources from them. I figured that was important to get early on. Inspired workforce, bonuses are increased by 20%. That seems universally helpful. Right at the moment, we're not dealing with any low morale. Field training. Yes, increases XP gain for heroes and away missions by 10%. I feel like that's our call. We're going to get that one. Wait, why is some of this blocked off? -4 per cycle. Oh, right. We don't have enough quarters for everybody, but, I mean, it is what it is, kids. Like, we need cargo space. Roll out your sleeping bags in the cargo bay. And we can't do anything in here right now. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter where B'Elanna is. She's lucky she's not in the brig. She's a Maquis. All right, let's use our tractor beam. Yeah, that'd be great. Let's see if we can get all of it. All right. If we go here, that's sort of just a waste of time, I feel like. I think that we go to sector. And, hold on, I don't want to go here. I just want to look here. Wait, I thought we could scan. No? I'm going to go here. We don't need any geranium right now. Oh, and that's all that was here. Okay, no harm. Notification. All right. We'll go back here, and now we'll go to our new system. Wait, how do we know that this is important? Class 0 planet. Is that... Okay, well, we'll look at that in a second. Let's get a sense for what's around. Oh, science. I want to pick that up. Let's go to one of the science areas. Before we go, let's just make sure that our science bay... Yes, we've got Harry Kim working the science bay. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to... I wanted to assign a new research. While scanning the ring system of a Class D planet, Voyager detects traces of the 247th element, a major breakthrough for the Federation. Analyzing these samples could provide valuable scientific insights. Yeah, for them to enjoy 70 years from now. The risk is too high to send a team down. A sample is brought aboard for analysis. Well... Right, what? Well, but we could get some XP for this, couldn't we? And we just did it. Hold on. I don't want to abandon it. Let's dispatch a team. I'm hopeful that we'll get some character experience for this. Maybe we don't. Numerous bodies were discovered in varying stages of decomposition. Each was covered in a fibrous membrane-like substance, creating a disturbing scene. Is that the 247th element? Like fibrous substance that kills people? Scan the remains for residual energy or anomalies. Examine the bodies for clues to determine what happened. The site appears to be a burial ground. Leave the remains untouched and observe from afar. Oh, well, I don't want to do that last one. Let's go for... Wait, why on earth would we do this if we have the science laboratory? Like, this only has a negative outcome. This has, you know, really good... Yeah, this has good or okay outcomes. And I feel like even if we get yellow, we still get 40. We got all 80 science points. Ultra-thin reactor plating unlocked. Seems really good. Speaking of, hold on, let's go back here, because I meant to continue researching. Oh no. What's the research something button? This is the science lab, right? It's here. There we go. All right, so we just did field training, and then we wasted like a whole day. Hydroponics bay. Produces 50 food every 10 cycles by growing plants in a non-soil medium. That sounds very promising. Level 2 stuff is locked down for now. Reduces damage by 25% when warp core suffers damage. Seems important. Inspired workforce is another one. Delicious meals. That's okay. I mean, again, we're not really experiencing a morale problem right now. The hydroponics bay seems like something that even if we don't build it right away, we'll be very glad when we do need it. Navigational deflector level 2. Because I feel like we can research our way down here, couldn't we? That takes 5 dilithium. Ooh, that's... I don't know how to get more of that yet. You know what? Let's play it safe. Let's go for the hydroponics bay. And then we'll go back to the system, and we're going to go to this other science area. Jav is wondering why they couldn't make more photon torpedoes. I don't think they specify. I think this was, as Sam Melander said, early in the series where they were still talking like they were going to make a survival show. And if I remember correctly, Ronald D. Moore moved from Deep Space Nine over to Voyager because he really liked the idea of doing a survival-based show where the Federation morals would come into conflict with the needs of simply surviving from one day to the next, and that they would have to make some compromises and really struggle with that. And he would bring in scripts or script ideas and say, so what do you think? Oh, it looks great. Well, but hold on, what about the other scripts that are going to be done? Like, what about the character development? I need to, write some of that stuff in. Because, again, he was coming from Deep Space Nine that was heavily serialized, and the showrunners on Voyager, and I don't think that he specified by name, but they were like, yeah, we don't care about that. Don't worry about it. And that was when Ronald D. Moore said, apparently, this is my understanding, oh, this is kind of a bummer. I'm going to leave. I wonder if we could reboot Battlestar Galactica. And that's where that came from, which was very much based on staying alive from one day to the next, especially in that first season. So yeah, fun backstory. If I'm wrong about any of those details, I am not personally acquainted with anybody involved, but that's how I heard it told. We have detected a deactivated alien probe of unknown origin. It's not transmitting any signals, but it could contain valuable data that we can acquire for scientific research. This has a much higher chance of failure. But I mean, nothing ventured, right? Let's see. I'd rather do this, I feel like. All right, so instead of 30 probably, we got 20 definitely. And there we go. We got some science. The analysis was only partially successful. And we could go for some deuterium. Let's go to this one. It's close. Abandoned ship adrift in space, powered down, structurally sound. Let's... Now that we have a working torpedo bay... Well, actually, you know what? I'm very curious. Does this expend a torpedo? We have 37 currently. Let's do this. Doesn't look like it. We've still got 37. And we got a whole mess of deuterium. Okay, we're near capacity. Actually, we're not, because we could still store some more. Yeah, no. We're good on supplies for right now. Let's go here. We'll visit the asteroid. "70,000 light years from home. Seems like we're in this together, Commander. Your decision didn't win you any friends. Kazon, Maquis, and Starfleet, but I respect you for it. Their anger is justified, but we have more pressing concerns. Two crews on one ship, stranded in the Delta Quadrant, fighting for survival.
I know a thing or two about survival. The Maquis are a motley crew. We had to learn to put our differences aside and work together to coexist.
Coexist, Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you the position of Voyager's first officer.
First officer? You're willing to trust a Maquis with that responsibility?
I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new path together. So 27 crew. I was wondering how we'd get more crew. Neelix, Kess, you wanted to see me? Do you need anything else before you leave? Supplies, water, medicine? Well, what we wanted to discuss, we'd like to go with you.
Before you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be a part of your journey.
I can offer you so much in this sector, Captain. Need a guide, supplies, contacts, and a cook. Oh, you haven't lived until you've tasted my whatever that is. But more than that, Captain, I can be your morale officer. Keep those smiles bright on this long voyage home. I have a feeling you'll need that. A guide, a cook, and a morale officer? That's quite an offer, Mr. Neelix. And Cass, how about you? What do you hope to gain from this journey?
I want to see the galaxy. There's so much out there I don't know, so much to explore and discover. Perhaps this journey could help me understand my own telepathic abilities better, learn more, develop them. But I want to help. After the doctor cured my wounds, I realize I want to help people too. Maybe I could learn from him, assist in sickbay. I think the doctor would be glad to have you. Very well then, welcome aboard. Captain, you might want to see this. Looks like we've stirred up a little trouble. In a good way, I think.
A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Jabin sparked a mass escape from the Kazon slave camp. Janeway wastes no time ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Talaxian, Zabane, who was captured while exploring the Ocampo landscape. Zabane, who was gratefully captured, he's grateful. Gratefully joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the doctor's care. Okay, and 21 crew. All right, everybody, listen up. So we can deliver speech, overcome differences, unite as one. Deliver speech, stand strong as one crew and defend ourselves. Unite, explore, and learn. Well, so one thing that came up in the previous episode, and Inner, have a great night. One thing that happened in the previous episode is that Tuvok was waving his phaser around and shooting it a lot. Like, we sort of went a little bit more militaristic. So let's do the delivery speech, stand strong as one crew, and defend ourselves. We're alone in an uncharted part of the galaxy, facing unknown threats, but we will not cower. We will stand together as one crew, armed and ready to fight for our survival. Explore but fight our way home. As the only Starfleet vessel in the Delta Quadrant, we will continue to explore, but our primary goal is to return home. 75 years is not an option. We will use every weapon and tactic to find a way. Adapt, overcome, and reach home. Yeah, I like that. Adapt, overcome, and reach home. We'll seek out shortcuts and new technologies. We'll forge alliances and confront those who stand in our path. We will adapt. We will prepare. We will not rest until we reach home.
Well spoken, Captain.
Mr. Paris, you've proven yourself a skilled pilot and a valuable member of this crew. I hereby appoint you as our flight control officer.
For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say.
Perhaps a state that you would like to embrace more frequently from now on. Sorry, that was a sick burn from Tuvok. From now on, Lieutenant Paris.
Lieutenant Paris has a nice ring to it, don't you think?
Hey, Harry, I bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Oh, we are laying on the sick burns today. Oh boy, imagine me becoming captain one day. Very well, gentlemen. As your first official act in your new position, Lieutenant Paris set a new course. We're flying home. Wait, why did we come to this asteroid to make this announcement? Voyager starts the journey home. Leaving the sector will cause all active missions to be canceled and all heroes currently marked as unavailable to be lost. Well, hold on. If we're leaving the sector altogether, let's just recoup anything that we can. which is like more deuterium, right? Like we could fit another 1,000 in here, so let's do that. We will... Last time we did this, we took some hull damage, and I don't feel real great about that. Oh, wait. Oh, it's up here. There it is. Was this not available before? We are at 240 out of 400. Hold on. Can we... Hold on. Leave for now. Can we do the thing where we order our people to repair that? Heroes. Or was it on that screen? Stop it. Let's go back to system. Here. Hull repair. I don't know that we can interact with this yet. Okay, the point is, let's just do the collector probes to be a little bit safe about it. All right, and that's 566, and that takes us up to... So let's stop here, and I think this will be the last place that we go. There's our hydroponics bay, or now we have the ability to research it. If we're going to get to tier 2 on something, I do think engineering, because we want to be well ready with things like interfacic coil spanners and a level 2 cargo bay. Okay, let's try to do this. Okay, back. Massive deuterium levels in the atmosphere of this Class J gas giant. Atmospheric conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel yield is exceptional. Yeah, let's just do the collector probes. And that takes us near capacity. I think now we go to next sector.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tuvok. We have been in the Delta Quadrant for an estimated 4 weeks. The integration of Starfleet and former Maquis personnel is progressing. Our current trajectory of 70,000 light-years to Federation space dictates a need for a long-term survival strategy. Due to the replicator's power consumption, the captain has concluded that we must transition to traditional nutrition and enlist the assistance of Mr. Neelix in locating alternative food sources. I have provided Mr. Neelix with a Starfleet Cadet's Guide to Shipboard Protocol, specifically highlighting regulations concerning discipline, resource management, and proper conduct. To date, I have observed no discernible alteration in his operational methodology or adherence to protocol. I will therefore continue to monitor his activities to ensure that his unconventional approach does not result in any culinary incidents.
And I think we have a Tom Paris up here as well.
Personal log, Lieutenant Tom Paris. Lieutenant, Flight Control Officer. Has a nice ring to it. Who'd have thought you only need to get yourself stranded 70,000 light-years from home to actually climb the Starfleet ladder? Starfleet brass and Maquis rebels all crammed onto one ship? Found a good pal in Harry Kim. His nose is still glued to the How to Be a Model Ensign manuals, but he's got potential. My off-duty hours? I'd spend them on the holodeck if the damn thing wasn't fried. I'm honestly dying of boredom. So, to keep from going completely off the rails, I've decided to start building a holo version of Chez Sandrine, my old bar hangout by the port in Marseille. Turns out, when Starfleet isn't supplying endless resources, you have to, conserve? And that, unfortunately, includes the food replicators as well. The captain wants us to find traditional food sources, and Neelix, our Delta Quadrant guide, is apparently the point man for that gourmet expedition. Sounds exciting. Neelix already puts our security chief through the logical ringer daily. Can't wait to see what kind of traditional delicacies he drags back when we actually let him forage for real food. I'll be sticking close to the replicators, just in case.
Mr. Neelix, do you have any recommendations for edible plants?
Plants? Yes. There's a lovely little L-class planet close by. Lush vegetation, abundant wildlife, and it's almost perfectly safe. Almost? That's reassuring.
Oh, it's Seska! Oh, wait, sorry, spoiler alert. Immediately recognized her.
Mr. Neelix could accompany the away team and provide first-hand guidance.
I'll second that. Lieutenant Paris, set a course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to announce our new chief engineer. Right now. Lieutenant Carey, you've kept engineering running smoothly during these past few weeks. Thank you for that. Lieutenant Carey, it looks vaguely familiar. Happy to serve, Captain. However, the Delta Quadrant requires someone who can improvise when Starfleet protocols fail. Miss Torres.
But Captain, I've been a loyal Starfleet officer for years. She's Maquis, a criminal.
You're out of line, Lieutenant. My decision stands. Dismissed. Miss Torres? Or should I say Lieutenant Torres? I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I hope we can learn to work together.
Fine, I'll keep your ship running, but don't think I'll forget it was you who got us into this situation.
I trust you'll handle engineering with equal determination?
Don't worry. Voyager's in good hands, Captain.
You'll have assistance. Commander Chakotay highly recommended both Ensign Seska and Crewman Jonas, both Maquis.
Well, that's not so bad. At least I'll have someone to rant about Starfleet regulations to.
Seska? I don't have a Seska. I haven't heard her voice in 10 years. Don't worry, B'Elanna. We'll find ways to adapt to Starfleet. We always have. Our good friend Michael Jonas. Remember him, everybody? Anything you need, just say the word, Lieutenant. You can count on me.
Just do your job, Jonas. That's all I need.
You start right away. We're reaching the L-class planet. We've got plenty of work to do. You can hire allied ships on the bridge to help in combat. Only one ally can help at the same time. Unlock allies by fulfilling hidden objectives and search certain techs. Once unlocked, they'll be available for the rest of the game. Recruitment and upkeep cost resources. Okay, so let's take a look around. Oops, here's me. The planetoid is where we're going to get food, I think. Wait, this one's blue. That's new. We want to collect, produce, or trade food. Visit the L-class planet to search for food, which is that one. So what's this one? Planetoid. Doesn't give us that information yet. A Kazon fighter. Well, I kind of feel like we'd want to make contact. Hold on, we can fall in love here. What's this? Apparently we found a date location. A repair station. Oh, repair station. That might be where we can do the hull. All right. We are full on fuel. We actually have more fuel than when we left the last sector, so maybe that just automatically gets topped off. So we don't need this, and we don't need this, and we don't need this. So why don't we go to this blue planet? Yeah, it's closer. Captain, we've reached our destination. Let's send an away team. Okay, so apparently it's recommended that we send an Ocampa. Fortunately, we did bring one. And she's good at science, medicine, and being in the Federation, I guess. So we need an engineering person. I kind of like Harry Kim for that. I really like the idea of making Harry Kim like our, best person. Yeah, let's send Harry Kim. And then let's send Tuvok, because we need a phaser. Captain, we're inside a cave system, and our tricores are picking up strong dilithium signatures. Orders? So we could use a phaser drill, a geological analysis, or blast a hole in the cave wall. And this is something that all of them could do. 36 out of 42. This is all of them. Or Tuvok can nail this one. Yeah, let's... Last episode we set it up. Maybe we'll switch courses, but so far people were voting for a more militaristic approach. So let's blast a hole in the wall. Oh, and it'll get us... Hold on, I didn't look at the rewards before. Shoot, this is really good. This is a little bit risky, but we'd get plus 16 of this. Is there a maximum in that? I actually don't know. Oh, it's morale. That's what the heart is. Okay, let's blast the hole. The team blasts a hole in the rock face, but there's no dilithium, though the tricorders still pick up the signature. What's going on? Captain, we found a metal door protected by a sophisticated force field. It seems we're not alone. Orders? So, Tuvok is now fatigued, but is still the best person to blow up the force field. Blow up the force field? Yeah, we're gonna get... So, we didn't get any... What is this stuff? I forget. But we wanted it, and I think we need this in order to turn on the life support systems. So I think we're going to do this one. The team destroys the force field and the door with a controlled explosion, revealing a constructed tunnel. They enter. Yeah, so we got plus 10 of this. I just don't remember what it's called. Captain, we're standing in a kind of operating room, and someone has acquired quite the collection of organs. No sign of anyone alive. So, like the musical instruments. Scan the power system of the chamber. Acampa, try to recognize some of the familiar-looking organs. Yeah, we brought her along for a reason. It's a guaranteed success. We'll get 300... It's actually more than we can carry, but... Yeah, we'll get a lot of science as well. Kess's medical knowledge enables her to examine the organs. It seems they've been infected by a strange flesh-eating disease. Suddenly, a secret door swings open and a hooded figure rushes out, holding a tricorder-like device. Captain, threat established. Orders? We're looking for any golden choices for people to vote on. This one is something that each person can do. Tuvok is no longer fatigued, but this is very risky. De-escalate is very unlikely to work. And retreat is... So this is negative 20, and this is what, negative 7? I think I am going to put this up to a vote. I think I'm... So, stand your ground, de-escalate, or retreat. Those are our choices. Let's put it up. Alright, so that is stand your ground. Okay. This could go real bad. Oh no! A firefight ensues, and a beam from the stranger's device hits Tuvok in the chest. They collapse, and the stranger flees. The team beams back to Voyager. Okay, we did not get an injury-free bonus. He's incapacitated, but not dead. And I think he did get some experience points. With Tuvok currently unavailable, his duties as chief security will be temporarily covered by Lieutenant Nunez. A no-nonsense military man, Lieutenant Nunez is always prepared for any contingency. He'll make sure every security protocol is strictly observed, leaving no room for error. Lieutenant Nunez was part of the original Starfleet crew aboard the Voyager when it launched. His presence will ensure a seamless transition. Vigilance is non-negotiable, is his pull quote. Captain, the away team has returned. Yeah, you were on it. We've returned. Janeway to sickbay. What's Tuvok's status? Captain, their lungs were removed, beamed out of their body. Without lungs, Tuvok won't last much longer. I'll try to stabilize them. So we can create temporary hollow lungs, craft temporary artificial lungs, or do nothing. That sounds fine. Don't worry about it. He doesn't need lungs. So, what do we like? Hollow lungs or artificial lungs? Hollow lungs sound like nonsense to me. And we do have a science laboratory. I don't know if anybody is currently working there, but Harry Kim is very sciencey. I think we'll go for the artificial lungs. Create artificial lungs for Tuvok until we find a permanent solution. The lungs are complete. The patient's condition is stable for now. Captain, an alien ship just left the planetoid at warp speed. We can still follow their ion trail. Take a pursuit. Let them leave! Can you imagine? No, we're going after them. Samalander just wants to let Tuvok die. Yeah, or sorry, was maybe laughing at the possibility. Yeah, just do nothing. Can you imagine? Captain, we can do this or that. This sounds like a lot of effort, to be honest. Really? How to go through all that artificial lung nonsense? Does anybody even know how to do that? Follow them. Follow the alien ship. This seems like our priority, and there could be like a time limit on this. We will go there now. Yeah, we've got everything that we need. We really should have gone to go get snacks instead of visiting that planetoid. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Captain, the alien ship dropped out of warp and went inside an asteroid. Do we follow? Let's scan it. Scan the asteroid. What are we dealing with? Strange. I can't scan the interior. The surface stratum is a neutronium alloy, not a natural formation. It's like somebody built this asteroid. Enter. Follow them. We need to get back Tuvok's lungs. What a great sentence. Mirror, mirror. Voyager plunges into the heart of the asteroid and encounters an unexpected sight, a vast chamber with mirrored walls, creating endless reflections of the alien starship and Voyager. Lost in a sea of duplicates, the crew must act before they're ambushed. A hall of mirrors. Can we identify the real ship? We're still picking up on their ion trail, but they could have left a fake one so we fly straight into one of these walls. Here's our options. Use phasers as a searchlight to find the real ship. Follow the ion trail full risk. Let Tom navigate through the mirror hall. Oh, I guess because he's level 2, he can do that, or do it with a pretty good success chance. Or fire torpedoes and shatter the mirrors. Again, this is not a golden choice, but I feel like this would be more fun to vote on. So, phasers, ion trail, Tom, or torpedoes. I'm not going to remember those. All right, so that was follow the ion trail. Full risk, oh boy. Chance of success, 60%. Seems like we have no other choice but to follow the ion trail blindly. Be careful. Janeway, we had many other options. Captain, again, we have these 4 choices. Nope, we've only got the one. We're crawling in, Captain. Oh no, failure. Whoa, well that went sideways. Sorry, Captain. Scanners are picking up 2 weak bioelectric signatures in front of us. We lost 45 hull points, and we were 240, I think? They're powering up the engines, Captain. So we could beam life forms on board based on approximate location, fire tractor beam in approximate location, or do nothing. Well, between these two... Shoot, I don't know. I feel like trying to beam life forms aboard if you don't know exactly where they are is going to get you 1/3 of a life form. Let's fire the tractor beam. Activate tractor beam in the general direction of the bioelectric signatures. We've got them, Captain. Open a channel. The captured aliens show up on the view screen, their body ravaged by rot. The crew exchange uneasy glances. What has caused the aliens' horrifying disfigurement? I'm Captain Catherine Janeway of the Federation starship Voyager. We have a firm grip on your ship, so do yourself a favor and talk.
I'm Dareth. This is Motura. We're of the Vidiians Sodality?
I don't care who you are. I want the lungs you've stolen now.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I've already altered the lungs to be grafted onto Motura. I am devastated that we had to do this, but otherwise I would have died. Normally, we harvest from the dead, but time was running short. It is the Phage, you see. My people have been stricken by this disease for eons. It consumes our bodies, eats us up alive. The only way to fight is to gather organs and graft them.
And now a member of my crew is dying while you breathe air through their lungs. You're pushing me to a choice I don't want to make.
If death is the consequence of my actions, I accept it. At least my suffering would end.
Kill Motura, let Motura go. Well, this has to be a chat vote. Kill Motura or let Motura go. Oh, this one is unanimous. Chat has voted to kill Motura to get the lungs back. We will extract Tuvok's lungs from you and put them back where they belong. Janeway to the doctor. Prepare for a lung transplant. I fear that the biological structure of his lungs have already become alien. It is uncertain whether the body will accept it. So we can try it anyway. Sorry. Chance 0 plus 35, or give up on the transplant. I honestly don't think Janeway would do this. Tuvok is a personal friend. Those odds are way too low. We're not going to do that. Damn it! Abort the procedure. Oh no! Tuvok died. That's it. Oh, I should have rolled the dice. I thought that he could stay on the artificial lungs for a little bit. Oops. I'll make Tuvok's passing as painless as possible.
Thank you for...
Wait, you died. I thought we killed him. Get off my ship now. Oh, I guess we were going to kill him, but then didn't. Tuvok's temporary lungs eventually gave out, leaving no hope. The doctor, with profound sadness, provided a peaceful release. Tuvok drifted into sleep, a final goodbye to Janeway and the crew. Their minds reeled with unanswered questions. Why were the lungs stolen? Could they have saved Tuvok? Well, they answered this question, and I feel like it's pretty clear that no. Tuvok, Tim Russ, he was on a limited contract. He had other shows to do. I think everybody knows that Tuvok was a pretty minor character in the overall arc of Star Trek Voyager. Paying our final respects to Tuvok tonight was devastating. It was a moment I always hoped would be years away, and that the roles would then be reversed. He was more than my security chief. He was one of my closest advisors, and more importantly, a true friend. His logic was always there to ground me, and his loyalty was absolute. His counsel was invaluable. He never hesitated to challenge my decisions, and that helped us through every trial. The crushing burden of not being able to bring him home will stay with me forever. I will miss you, Tuvok, every step of this journey and beyond. Mission failed. Captain, I've been looking over the structural integrity of the ship. We've sustained a fair amount of damage. Nothing that's triggering any alarms yet, but overall hull integrity is below 50%. I recommend we take some time to dispatch a few work teams to address the damage. We have 40 cycles to accomplish the task. Build or upgrade an engineering office. Oh, so apparently we don't have this, which is why it's been a thing. Repair hull above 50%. Not now, we have more pressing. So I don't know how to do this. So let's build or upgrade an engineering office. Which I assume is going to tell us about this. Okay, hold on. So... engineering office. We've got 40 cycles to do that. But we got a bunch of tritanium. That's what it was. So now we can turn on, like, some of this stuff. Well, I don't have any of these blue chips. I have 6 of the blue chips. I don't know that we want to open up new decks yet, but we could undo a ruined room. Oh, wait. Were my guys just sitting there? Oh, that doesn't feel good. Hold on. I wouldn't want to take that away. And then we've got a... Wait, engineering office. Wait, we have an engineering office. Well, shoot. I looked everywhere, I thought. Build or upgrade. Fuck. Oh, no! I just committed us to doing something. I honestly didn't think that we had this. Whoops. Switch off, dismantle, upgrade. So now we're committed to building another one. I guess we will still build another one. At least we can see that it takes up 3 blocks, and we're going to clear off this space. What are you chirping at me with? Yeah, no, deuterium at max capacity. Got it. Nope. And I still don't know how to repair the hull. Hull repair where it's got like a It's so interesting that it's like listed right here that we have an available work team, and I just don't know how to do it. D, add work team? Oh, wait. I have no idea. I'm sorry. Oh, that's how you do it. Okay. That seems great. Go ahead and do that. And we're still... Hold on, are we still doing this? No, we're not. Hold on, let's start that again. There we go. Now things are working. We're still going to do the engineering office. Okay, what is that chirp? I'm so sorry. What are you telling me? This? Captain, the warp core was never fully repaired after the initial damage bringing us to the Delta Quadrant. To meet our growing energy demands for travel and facilities, we must upgrade it to level 2. This is a fundamental task that will significantly increase Voyager's maximum energy output, which is essential for the long journey ahead. Okay. Oops, sorry, that's getting a little close. Alright, so if we wanted to do this... Unlocked by upgrading... Wait, this? Hold on. I'm not 100% sure that I... Ah, here it is. So, no available work team, and to upgrade it, we would need a work team. Do we need to research this separately? Yeah, because we can wait on this. We have enough power for now. I know that she wants to do it. That's warp core repair rate. Yeah, no, they're good at with whatever else they're doing. Okay. Captain, I need to address the lack of quarters. Many are sleeping in the corridors and morale is suffering. I'd suggest building new quarters so more people can sleep in their own beds. We can build one new quarters of your choice. Build enough quarters to accommodate all of the crew, or not now. Oh, we have 62 people. 40 cycles? I feel like we could build enough quarters. This is easily doable. I bet the reward for this is going to be a lot better. Let's do it. Yeah, because you know what? You know why? Because we're going to have another engineering office, which is going to be another work crew. We might as well have them clearing out rooms to do more quarters for everybody. But, hold on. At the science lab, right, so we need to research the next tier of, like, sleeping quarters. I think we'll let this go through for the next 2 cycles, but then we're going to want to come back and interact with that. Okay, enter ship. Enter ship. So, we want better quarters if we can get them. Sick bay. Crew quarters. Yes. Okay, so let's start this. This is going to be done in 12 cycles, and I think that they're better, like, locations. So we'll do that. And we've cleared this. Okay, and now we're full on that. But we can now put in... So, for crew, emergency quarters can store 12 people. And you know what? Then we could do a battery compartment with the leftover space. So we're going to put in the emergency quarters because it's all that we can afford. Yeah. And then later on, we'll put in a battery compartment right there. Captain, we've reached our destination. Orders? Let's send the away team. So here, it's recommended that we have a Talaxian. We will put in Mr. Neelix. And then we want to have medicine and Starfleet and phaser ability. Damn it, we ran out of phasers. Chakotay has some phasers. He's actually the only person. Let's put in Chakotay. And then we want medicine ability or science ability. Harry Kim. Harry, you're up. Yeah. Captain, we've arrived. Half the crew must be down here. How should we proceed? Neelix can harvest inconspicuous plants, and he's good at it. We get a special box. Analyze vegetation and locate food sources, or scan the surroundings for food sources. Well, I feel like this is the guaranteed one. Like, it's 0 risk, and it's what we brought him along for, so let's do this one. Neelix quickly identifies the delicious-looking apples as poisonous and the strange roots as safe and nutritious. The away team gathers a bountiful supply of food. So I don't know what this is, but then we got 300 foods. We received your signal about the ship in orbit, Captain. Ensign Seska is missing, and we can't locate her combat signal. Orders? Ask others where she was last seen, spread out and search for clues, analyze traces in the environment. Well, Harry's really good at this. This would be 10 science points. This would be 200 deuterium, which we could store. And this would be 16 of the neutronium or whatever, which we can't store. So between these two, he's got a little bit of a chance to fail, but he is guaranteed to succeed. And we would really like to get those crew quarters. So I think we're going to do this one. The team's tracking skills pay off. Footprints reveal Seska went inside a cave. Captain, we're hearing voices from inside the cave. Orders? Ready for a confrontation, hide and let them pass or approach them. Well, ready for a confrontation, Chakotay is no Tuvok, I'll say that. Hide and let them pass or approach them. I feel like we're not much of hiders on this crew. We would confront them, but we wouldn't get ready for the confrontation. We would approach them. 200 morale. We can certainly use some of that, and the 15 science points. Man, this is a bummer because we could get some more of that tritanium. Let's do this, and we're going to have both of them weigh in. They're armed Kazon. The away team calms them and lets them leave, their purpose unknown. Seska is priority. Captain, we're inside the cave, but no sign of Seska. Try to locate her combat signal, split up and search, scan for bioelectric signature. Well, Kim is ready to do this. This is very unlikely to succeed. Try to locate her combat signal. He's fatigued. But then again, the two of them have a very high chance of a super success. The only trouble is that there's no, like, reward for this one, and this one would get us the plus 10 science. So I think we're gonna look for the biosignature. Like, it's a critical success on something with no reward outcome. The scanner reveals Seska's biosignature. She's shaken but relieved. She explains the Kazon attacked while she was gathering mushrooms. Captain, another Kazon patrol. We're taking heavy fire. Hey, Chakotay, it's your time to shine. Strategic retreat. Return fire. I want to return fire. Like, we set up that we're going to be very militaristic, but this is a suicide mission, and we already lost somebody. Distract them. Well, this one has a way, like, this one has a much better upside, I feel like. Let's distract them. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, we're gonna do this. A tricorder decoy grants the team a chance to escape. They safely beam aboard Voyager, and we got a bunch of morale and science for it. Apple-like fruits and weird roots. Yeah, good work, Harry Kim. +2. Okay. Captain, the away team is back with Ensign Seska, and quite a haul. Should we move it to the cargo bay?
I appreciate Captain Neelix's enthusiasm, but I'm concerned about the long-term viability of these food sources and their actual nutritional value. Simply having a lot of it doesn't solve our problem.
A valid point, Commander. We'll have the food analyzed in the science lab. Okay, so we want to build the quarters. Hull integrity low, Wait. Oh, I didn't do the science thing. Hold on. We don't need to be doing the engineering office, except for the fact this is 3 cycles out, and that'd be plus 30. Yeah, we actually do need to repair the hull a little bit with our duranium, so we'll let that ride for a bit. Let's go back to system. We get some deuterium. Oh, the Kazon fighter. We're good on morale for now, I feel like. And we could definitely do with some dilithium. Dilithium, it doesn't say anything here about there being a limit, so why don't we go try to get some dilithium? Emergency quarters have been built. Let's enter the ship. I am suddenly less confident that we're going to be able to satisfy this need in the next 30 cycles or so, especially since we do need to do the engineering office. Let's clear this room. That's done in 5 cycles. I don't know where to build more quarters right now. I think we're going to continue to repair the hull for now. Man, that's a lot of deuterium to get it, or sorry, duranium to get it back up and running. Ruined room, enter ship. Okay, so we should have gotten a whole bunch out of this. Yep, but not at capacity, which is perfect. And now we need to do the engineering office. So let's click here, and we're going to do maintenance. Not maintenance. Wait, no, sorry, that was it. Engineering office. A week. Okay, so that will satisfy the hull integrity low, and then that'll be good. The quarter problem 25, that's a lot, man. But we're good there. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to pull this team off of the hull repair, and we're going to have them come over here and clean out this ruined room. Wait, I thought that we just cleared them up. Wait, I don't understand. Okay, it's fine. We're here. Now we can do this. All right, and then we're going to put some more emergency crew quarters there. But then here's the trouble. I'm a little bit out of space, but we could maybe like turn on the life support on this floor. I'm just worried that we're going to run out of power at that point. I'm not sure that I've made great choices. Let's see if we can get some of this dilithium. We located a rich asteroid field containing valuable minerals. One of our scientists suggested using a new experimental mining technique which has the potential for a much higher yield, but there's a chance it could destroy the asteroid. We don't have a level 2 science laboratory yet. I don't like our odds on this. I feel like we've done some gambles and they've not worked out real well. I think we'll just go with the +4. Semliner says you're being mean to the crew. You should build halves at least. Wait, halves full crew quarters? Or like half crew quarters? So we did get the +4. That's what we got. And then this is new, the repair station. I bet we could trade for something cool there. We are below half on deuterium. Let's go here. There's our crew quarters. Oh, we've researched better crew quarters. That's what we wanted. Except it's not better because it's only 10. I guess it's less morale loss, but what we need is like more people. Inspired workforce, maybe. Bonuses increased by 20%. It's fine. I feel like they're okay on their morale. We had unlocked tier 2 engineering, so let's see what all that got us. Reduces damage by 25% when warp core suffers damage. That seems wise to get early on. Collect +4 deuterium each cycle. Oh! Hold on, that's really good. The only trouble is that it would take all of our tritanium to research that. Like, that's a huge payout, but we don't have a lot of this, and I think we need it for our life support systems. Workshop level 2 reduces crafting time by 25% and unlocks the ability to craft photon torpedoes. Well, that answers it. Clearly, in Season 2, they got a second level workshop, and they just didn't mention it. Reduces initial building, upgrading, and repair times by 15%. This is my favorite so far. Cargo bay level 2 increases storage capacity for all resources by plus 50%. I have to say that's also a really good one. Shuttle construction time, we haven't built any shuttles yet. Shuttle bay level 2, we have 0 shuttle bays, and negotiation tactics increases the time that trade offers stay available by 50%. We're not trading with anybody so far. I like the initial building upgrading, because we have so much to build. We're going to get the dividend of this for the entirety that we are repairing Voyager, so we're going to start that one. And then there's our engineering office, and we're clearing this out, and I don't know how we're going to build 50 homes in the time that we have. I mean, okay, so what if we did add another work crew? Maybe that's what I'm missing. We add another work team? Okay. What's our limit on this? This is our limit. We can't add anymore. Switch off, dismantle, upgrade. We can do none of those things. Right, so it's each office gets you +1 work team. But when we have this, then we'll have another work team that's in 6 days. All right. Fox McCloud loves how everyone is all aboard with the peace travel, but not and whatnot. But the second one of the crew is hurt, everyone wants to break out the guillotine. Hopefully not for Janeway. We're doing our best, man. Okay, so there's our room. And... oh, interesting. I thought that was a single square. Can we build... so if we do this, it's only 10 people. If we do this, it's 12. Honestly, like... what's the difference? Like, we can't do 2 of these, so why don't we do the full crew quarters and get at least no more negative crew thing? Oh, this is way more expensive, though. Look, these are only 25, and this requires more power as well. Yeah, sorry, everybody, you got emergency quarters. We can't afford full crew quarters yet. I don't think we're going to do this enough to accommodate everybody. And then that's still 3 cycles out. Captain, we've encountered the debris field. Sensors are indicating that this debris field consists of starships that have been very recently destroyed. Risk ambush and thoroughly scan. Quickly beam aboard any valuable salvage before the attackers return. Well, I like this one better, but we are low on deuterium. Let's risk the ambush. Oh, we got the maximum reward. And 3 crew, damn it. Oh, that was really good news until now we need 3 more places to, like, put people down on beds. Well, we got a lot of deuterium out of it. We could suffer some duranium. Yeah. We can fit that in, and we're not clearing out a lot of rooms right now, so we'll go here. Okay, engineering. Now we have another work crew, I think. The crew is happy about the fulfilled promise, plus 200 morale. They're not going to be as happy in a second, because we're not going to have enough places for them to sleep. Wait, what's this? Are 3 people injured? Captain, several decks remain inaccessible because their life support systems are offline. I recommend we send a work team immediately to restore life support to one of the damaged decks. Once repaired, we can safely unlock and utilize that entire deck, which provides crucial operational space. Yeah, we need a lot of sleeping space. Repair a new life support to unlock the new deck. So, I feel like this deck here has a lot of space on it, so I kind of want to go to this one, but it could be a difference in cost. This is, we can't afford this, and this is way less expensive, and this one we can't quite afford. Yeah, we don't have that. So we're gonna have to do this one. Right? Yep, that's very expensive. Very expensive. Oops, hold on. Very expensive. And then, but over here, we do have some space as well. So this is... Oh, it does show you down here. So 40, 20, and 1. So we could do 2 of them over here, potentially. We could do emergency room, emergency room, emergency room here. Yeah, let's do it here. Yeah, that's what we've got. Repair. All right, so that's 8 cycles. We are not going to have solved the quarter problem. That was way too ambitious, it turns out. We came across an abandoned mining station. The station is under lockdown and seems to be damaged. Destroy the storage facilities and salvage resources. Safely search for anything valuable without entering the station. Well, I need that duranium. We're going to destroy it. Okay, we got most of it. What is this, by the way? Sector threat level. We're good on morale. We're okay on deuterium. I guess we could go to the repair station. Oh, we've got an available work crew. They need to be doing something. I wanted to build a battery compartment at some point, but right now I feel like our resources are more urgently needed on other things. We've cleared out this entire room. Well, I guess we'll put them onto hull duty then. Right? Currently assigned to a room. Hold on, no. No. So... Wait, sorry. Engineering office. Assigned to hull repair? Okay, there we go. That's done it. And then, what do we like? Deuterium? Yeah, I mean, it's the thing that we always need. Emergency quarters are active. Enter ship. Let's turn that on. I feel like I don't know what the plus sign is here. All right. Our work crew is now available. Hold on. But this is still under repair, so I think that we can put them onto hull repair as well. Is there any other thing that they should be doing? Not that I see. Yeah. We'll go to this one, and we'll say assign to hull repair. So between the two of them, I think that, you know, they'll redouble their efforts and get the hull back up and running. Or more sealed up is a better way to put that. Captain, we've detected massive deuterium levels in the atmosphere of this Class J gas giant. Atmospheric conditions are harsh, but the potential fuel yield is exceptional. Well, collector probes or risk flying? Let's do the collector probes. I'm going to say that it's not that urgent. It's okay to be a little bit safe. Okay, interphasic coil spanner, which I regret to inform I've completely forgotten what that does. Right, so things build and upgrade faster. I am very happy for that. Let's do a research for... I think cargo bay level 2 is the next thing that I'd really want. And then this is still one cycle out. It will tell us when it's done. We want to have all our work crews go in and start working on this right now. Life support is fully restored, Captain. We can now safely access and utilize the entire deck. Well done. Okay, so they like that. More morale. It's not going to happen. I mean, I still think that clearing out these decks is the right thing to do, but I don't think that we make it our top priority above all else. Hold on, how much? I'm so sorry. This is going to get us plus 20, and our current max out is 150. So let's pull one of the crews off. Unassigned. and then we will have them clearing out the next room. So, like, we are going to get them quarters. We're just not going to have it done in time, right? 41. 12 plus 12 is 24. Yeah, we physically don't have enough space. Or... I don't feel like we want to be rid of any of our cargo bays, though. You know something? I'm just thinking, like, what if we rebuilt something? Oh, what if we pulled out one of the engineering offices, but then we'd have one less work crew? We only had to build it. I'm not real keen on blowing it up now. Emergency quarters, cargo bay, mess hall. Yeah, there's certain things that we wouldn't really want to pull out. What if we took out one of the things here? Because we started with like 1,000. We could unbuild one of these cargo bays. You know something? I think we just fail the quest, like we just do. I'd like to try to honor all of my promises, but I just don't think that we can do that. Okay, and let me just double check. We don't want to go over. All right, no problem. And now we can build... Yeah, this was the plan. Emergency quarters. Hold on. Emergency quarters. Which is still... That's going to be 24 of our 41. Yeah, it just is. I keep looking for, like, a way to do it, but... Okay, the only one we can do here is use the tractor beam. And we got 500 deuterium. We're doing good on fuel. We're at 75%. Our fuel gauge is at 75%. I think that we hit up... Research apple-like fruits. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't slow walking this. I had honestly forgotten about this. I was thinking so much about our side quest that I hadn't done that. Well, we will research the apple fruits in a second. We'll do it just after the next thing. Let's pick up some more duranium, or whatever this is. Yeah. Sam Lennon says, I wonder how hard it would be to kill off all the main cast during a playthrough. I'm willing to bet that Janeway, if Janeway goes down, that's game over. I'd be a little bit surprised if any of the others had, like, plot armor attached. But I could be wrong on that. Maybe Janeway can go down like just like everybody else. Okay, enter ship. We're just taking one look at our amount of energy. We turn that on, we turn that on. And now we are at... Oh no, we still have enough power. So we do want to upgrade the warp core. We've got 2 days and we don't have enough people. It's just the way that it is. And we're going to clear this area out. And I'm sorry, this was something that I asked earlier. So, right, we're just shy on what we need to upgrade the warp core. So we'll continue to get the rest of that stuff. As it goes, though, we can now put that person back on hull repair, which is going to take up some of our duranium, but that's good because, I mean, we don't want to waste it, but it's not a waste, is it? Because we're fixing it up. The crew is very unhappy about broken promises, Captain. Okay, our morale went down, but that's the way that it is. We've removed this, and again, we're going to do emergency quarters for now. We will try to get them beds. It's just we don't have the space for it. Small debris field. Let's use the tractor beam. All right. Hey, we didn't get penalized, so we got some. And then here, there's some more, and we've got space for it, so we're gonna maybe stop off at both of these places. Cargo bay level 2. So all of our existing storage went up. That's great. Let's enter the ship. I think that's automatic, but let's... Wait, we want to do the strange apples. Is it under science, do you think? I cannot zoom out on this menu. Science lab, hydroponics bay, no. Crew, inspired workforce. It's not under... Mess hall we already have. Crew quarters, no. Science. I just don't imagine that the unusual apples would be like under combat or Borg. If it's under Borg, then we really got a problem. Negotiation tactics. Workshop level 2. I'm not sure how to do this. Research apple-like fruits and weird roots in the science lab. I don't know if this is mutually exclusive or if we could have been doing that the whole time. Oh, we could have been doing that the whole time, darn it. At least I think. Well, that's fine. So, this is really good, except I think we need, again, that tritanium for something else. This seems like something that we can do immediately, but the crew are getting a little bit pissy. Let's pick up the inspired workforce now. And we'll go back here. We've detected a Class P planet where the surface is frozen. Geological scans indicate resources deep beneath the ice. Retrieving them requires breaking through the dense layer, but the temperatures are freezing and snowstorms could hinder us. Fire the ship's phasers at it. I feel like those could probably melt some ice. Oh, look at this! Use a phaser beam to bore a path through the ice. It's exactly the idea that I had, and apparently it's a really shitty one. Let's go for it. Yay! We got it. I wonder what red... Would red have been you lose all of the resources, or, like, would a feedback pulse, like, obliterate the phaser array or something? Okay, we could always use some more deuterium. We're right here. Abandoned ship. Let's blindly beam a team on board to force open the storage and retrieve all the contents. Nah, I feel like destroy the vessel is the way that we're going to go on this. Okay, we're refueled. We've got a good amount of... Yeah, we're good on duranium. Do we want to stop at the morale planet? I want to see what it's like, and we certainly have some space to make people happy. So let's go here. And there's some more emergency quarters for you. Okay, now we're down to 5 people that don't have a place to sleep. And also our plus sign is gone, so I guess that's good. Now at this point, we just ask everybody to please repair the hull. Because I don't think there's very much that we can do. We could ask them to do this, but hold on. If we run out of the duranium, like, we're clearing out a whole deck when I feel like what we want to do is upgrade the warp core, which I keep slightly forgetting exactly. It's under, yeah, upgrade. If we can get one more, then we'll have everything that we need to do that. So instead, let's put everybody to work repairing the hull. It's actually getting a lot better. Look at that. We'll go to engineering office. They're already doing it. They're already doing it. And where's our final group? Is it over here? Do we have a third secret? I'm not 100% sure why I'm keeping the workshop open right now, except that I guess it might come up during a quest or something. Wait, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I feel like we don't have any items to craft right now. But that's why we don't have a hero there. So, I have one unassigned work crew, and I'm not 100% sure if I can also assign that crew to repair the hull or what I would click on to get there. This one is already assigned. That's work team 2. Where's work team 3 then? Science lab, cargo bay. That's one engineering office. This is the other engineering office. Yeah, I don't think that there's anything I can do here. Wait. Hold on. Dismantling also takes time. Of course it does. Like, it's not going to be instantaneous. Okay, I feel like we've just done what we can. ScanX, hello to you, says you can't. It is one team that's always present and only for building, repairing, and such. Okay, thank you for that clarification. It's always good to know that, like, okay, just stop looking. It's not a thing. The inhabitants, known as the Sicarians, are practically rolling out the red carpet, inviting the crew to spend days relaxing on their world, promising a prime opportunity to boost morale and finally get some rest. Let's go for it. Because that's why we came here, right? During shore leave, the crew discovers that the Sicarians possess advanced space-holding technology capable of sending Voyager over halfway to the Delta Quadrant. This may be their best opportunity to return home. Yes, okay, that seems like an incredibly fortuitous discovery. Offer Federation knowledge in return to access the Sicarian technology. Secure it by any means necessary. Locate a Sicarian willing to share the technology without official approval. Oh, well, we have to vote for this. Okay, so offer knowledge, any means necessary, or like covert trade. Hold on, this has to be a vote. Federation trade is the vote. All right, we will spend 40 science points. The Sicarians value storytelling as a measure of character. In exchange for a copy of all works in Voyager's library, they agree to trade. Their technology proves barely compatible with Voyager, only offering a slight increase in speed. So, modified trajector matrix unlocked in the engineering tech tree. We did get 200 morale points, and we spent 40 science points. So that worked out really well, especially since what they don't know is the only thing we had in our databanks was Battlefield Earth. So suck on that. Repair station. I don't feel like we need that anymore, but why don't we see what it is since we're right here? And we have inspired workforce. Let's research that new thing that we just got. Enter ship. That's going to be under engineering, I bet. Yeah, here it is. Increases impulse engines flight speed within solar systems by 10%. Okay, I mean, it's not bad. Shuttle construction time. We don't have any shuttles. We don't have any trade, but it feels like this would be a good thing to have. And then this seems like something that'd be good to get early on, the ability to do the photon torpedoes. I want this, and also just that cost is really high. I'll tell you what, we're gonna go for survivability. Let's do the ultra thin reactor plating now. It's something that we can afford. It's not that big a deal. And Harry is generating research points on his own, right? Like, that's what he's doing over here. Oh, you guys, it did pause. I thought that we could do both. Let's unpause that, and we will now... Wait. We want to do this. Yes, okay. Apple-like fruits. We've come across a space station that repairs starships. Okay, so we could have paid deuterium or tritanium to repair the hull. Now we know how it works. And I don't think that we really need some duranium, but we are... Okay, let's go out to sector. We're going here. 8 cycles away. Yes. Okay, there's our apple-like fruits. As the commander feared, the Leola roots aren't a long-term solution. We need to find other ways to stock our pantry. Suggestions? Captain, I was thinking about building a hydroponics bay. It would give the crew a chance to reconnect with the natural process of growing food.
We could also hit up some local trading stations with the Aero Shuttle.
Barter for supplies, do a little Delta Quadrant grocery shopping, so to speak.
Ah, but Captain, there's so many planets out here. We just need to keep exploring to find one brimming with the most delicious, nutritious delicacies. Think of the culinary adventures.
Hydroponics, trade, exploration, all valid options. Thank you.
Oh, Captain, regarding your choice, the raw ingredients still need to be prepared. Naturally, I'd be honored to apply my culinary skills. However, the mess hall lacks a proper galley. Would you be willing to sacrifice your private dining room for the greater good of the crew? Wonderful! I'll get to work straight away.
Was that a thing? Is that where the mess hall came from? That was Janeway's. Was that can't have been? Wait, the galley is like the kitchen, though, right? I just don't remember this as being a thing. To upgrade any room, select the room first, and then use the upgrade button if you have the necessary resources. Focus on the mess hall for now, and upgrade it to the 2nd level. Mess hall. Upgrade. Upgrade. So this takes 3 days and it costs 25. Yeah, we can do this. Changes energy consumption from 2 to 3. We can afford that. Unlocks normal food rations options. Normal food rations cost 1 fun food per 3 crew. Okay, we can still go. Nope, go ahead. It's the beeping. I feel like it's trying to draw my attention to something. Hold on. Upgrade the warp core. Trade for food. Build a hydroponics bay. Well, the hydroponics bay, like, we have no space. Like, it's all housing right now. Upgrade the mess hall. Oh, wait, upgrade it to level 2. That is what we're doing? It's fine. Okay, mess hall. Certain rooms like the mess hall benefit from a specialist support. You can assign heroes and aid your crew and gain an efficiency bonus. An upgraded mess hall enables a new option to feed your crew. Instead of using emergency or premium rations, you can resort to fresh, normal rations. It won't affect your morale nor cost deuterium, but needs fresh food instead. Each 3 crewmen consume 1 food per every cycle. If your food reserves are empty, emergency rations are selected automatically. So I feel like we'd usually, like, anytime you have food, you'd want to do that. Because otherwise the food is just sitting there. I assume it doesn't rot. Oh, it's also needed to produce bioneural gel packs. So we've got another use for it. I don't know how many of those we need. We've got 5, and I don't know where we would build those. Producing the bio laboratory. Yeah, we don't have that. So we're just going to feed the people. We will go to normal food rations. 34 food per cycle. So it's not going to last very long, but at least it'll be gross. Duranium. Hold on. Food. Oh, we can go get some food. And no, I think we want this because we need to upgrade the warp core, right? We've got food. We're a little light on fuel. Let's go here and then we'll go get the tritanium. Man, they are chowing on that food. It's going to be all gone in just a second. Massive deuterium levels. Potential fuel yield is exceptional. Man, we could really use it. And you know what? Our hull is all the way up. Let's... Wait, but if it's yellow, then it's only going to be 50%. The odds of this coming out in our favor is virtually nil. Well, I mean, I think specifically it's like 30%. So, yeah, let's do the safer thing, but I honestly think we're going to get more out of it. Okay, there's our reactor plating. I don't want to spend that on that. Workshop level 2 is a maybe. Well, why don't we do this? Because if we're flying around faster, it's less fuel. I think that this is a good thing to get. I mean, we traded away some science to get this, so I'd like to have the fly around faster ability. I am so sorry. Oh, here it is. Captain, I've been reviewing our power grid. We're losing too much excess energy from the warp core. It just dissipates. By building dedicated high-capacity batteries, we could store that wasted energy. It's a proactive step that would create a massive reserve to cover situations where energy consumption exceeds the warp core's output. Build a battery compartment. Pardon me. Well, I wanted to do that anyway. Yeah, so let's do that. And we've got actually a space set aside for it right here. Maintenance? Battery compartment. Yes. Okay, is there something else here that you want me to do? Oh, right, we were going to put a hero here. Required hero attribute diplomacy. Well, Neelix has some of that, but so does Chakotay. Can we assign Chakotay in there? All right, his is 62. I think that we will do our do the canonical thing, and we'll put him into the mess hall. And that's what it was chirping at us about. All right. Oh, we could repair the shuttle bay now. But that, again, would cost some of this titanium. I really want to do the upgrade on the warp core. Your mess hall will now give out emergency rations. Well, hold on, because I feel like we had them on premium replicator rations. Emergency rations are real bad for their morale. And what's the cost on this? 1 deuterium. Oh, that's super expensive, though. Let's do it for now, because I do think that we're in a system with some deuterium, but I get why we wouldn't want to do that for very long. That's our fuel that you're eating into. Abandoned mining station. Well, last time we fired a torpedo at it, and it worked out real well. Let's do it. Derp. Okay, so 3 crew got injured. Do they go... So I don't know what that means now. Ah, okay, so that's what the plus sign means. Are they in sick bay? They are, and here they are. Those are the folks. Poor Kevin Thompson. They're going to be down for 10 days, but, I mean, we've got crew. Like, I'm not happy that they got hurt, but we'll be okay. And hopefully they will be, too. Where is it? We fired the torpedo from orbit. What, did they twist their ankles, like, running over to see the explosion? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to... Okay, so let's make a pact not to fly around unnecessarily. Life support is active for our battery compartment. So now any excess energy gets stored there. Total cost after activation. And energy is essential to power rooms. Any energy not used is wasted. Use battery compartments to store excess energy, and if you run out of deuterium or the warp core doesn't provide enough, it'll feed out. And there's our plus 200 morale. Now, I kind of think that we might put them on emergency rations because it's kind of expensive right now. It's not great, but let's look to see where we are. Hold on, because I accidentally flew over here. Oh, what's this? Hold on, diamond. Class M planet. Well, we can certainly check it out. I guess it's like an adventure point, maybe, that diamond? Okay, we've got some deuterium right here. Let's pick up whatever we've got here. Yeah, we can fix some duranium in here. Class E planet. The molten surface, extremely high temperatures, and intense solar radiation make it highly dangerous, but valuable resources are concentrated in pockets in the cooling crust. Plus 60, I think puts us close. I would love it if that showed up over the adventure, but I feel like we're not going to get very much extra for this. Like, this seems like a lot of extra risk for not much more reward. So we're going to do the standard mining probes. And now let's go get some deuterium. a debris field. Let's risk ambush. Let's risk the ambush. We were able to salvage some valuable components, but could not locate any life signs. I think we have to put them on emergency rations. Like, we're good, guys. Like, it just seems like this is too expensive to keep going for right now. Okay, emergency rations it is. Let's check out the Class M planet. I cannot believe Tuvok did it. Okay, we've got the research. So now we're 10% faster. Hyperspanner. Shuttle construction time. So now we're at the point where we don't have enough science anymore. Yeah, we're going to have to start looking around. Oof. Is there anything that we can research? It's a bummer that you can't, like, scroll out on this screen to see a little bit more clearly. Nope. And then combat. Hull reinforcement. Oh, we do hull reinforcement. Sure, yeah, plus 50. Why not? Okay, let's check out our Class M planet. By the way, they hate the emergency rations. We identified a lush planet teeming with life and rich in untapped mineral deposits. Unfortunately, the planet's volatile climate leaves little time for exploration. With intense storms predicted to arrive soon, we can only focus on one objective. Food resources, duranium deposits. Well, food sources right now. Hold on, did we ever upgrade the warp core? I feel like we're down a bunch. I thought we were up to like 30. Oh man, I must have spent this on something and I don't know what it was. Well, upgrading the warp core is something that's important to B'Elanna, but like we're still okay. So I think that we want the food because this is going to get real dire real quick. Let's go ahead and gather the food sources. Got 500 food. Okay, good news, everybody. Remember what I said about the emergency rations? I was just kidding. Captain, we're picking up a distress call. On screen.
Anyone who can hear this message lost control of the bridge. Ship is falling apart. Help now! Please.
Captain, this may be a trap. Well, scanning is always safe. Let's do a general scan and then analyze the damage. Scan the Kazon ship. Let's see what we're dealing with. Our good friend Lieutenant Nunez. The ship is identical to the Kazon Nistrum raider we previously encountered, Captain. The Kazon Nistrum is one of the most violent sects in the entire Kazon collective. Let's analyze the damage. Can we determine if they sustain genuine damage? Its fluctuating nucleonic patterns might indicate a reactor breakdown on board. Scan for other Kazon ships. Scan for any Kazon ships in the area.
There's nothing showing up, Captain.
Let's go investigate. We'll help, but be cautious. This could be an opportunity to make new friends or enemies. Okay, and that is here. Well, I mean, yes, but if we're going to get this deuterium, this is the time, right? Like, we kind of need this. Blindly beam, destroy the... Yeah. The odds of failure on this are just so high. I think that we destroy the vessel. Arrgh. And we lost 40 hull points. Well, the good news is we're at max on duranium. So hold on. Let's assign some work crews to work on that. Oh, they're already assigned. Yes. Okay, and let me just check over here. Already assigned. Okay, so they'll get it patched up. That's fine. We did not make enough. We spent more deuterium getting there than we retrieved. Detected a massive deuterium levels. Fuel yield is exceptional. Well, again, let's fly directly into the atmosphere. All right, 384. We lost a little bit of hull. Okay, is there anything else? Should we stop for food? This looks like a trading opportunity, and I don't know enough. I don't know if we, like, this is a lot of dilithium, right? Like, I don't know that I want to trade that. Let's see. Okay, let's stop here and here, and then we'll see about the dilithium on the way back. Hull reinforcement 1. That might be the last thing that we can research for now. Yeah, we don't know anything about Borg stuff. Oh, Captain's Acknowledgement. Let's research that. That gives us morale when we win a battle. Okay. At yellow, it's 50%, so I feel like our odds are just much better with the collector probes. 521, got it. And now we'll check here. Okay, we can only store a little over 400, 450 or so. Do we just leave? No, let's do it. We'll deploy the collector probes. And now we are maxed out. So let's stop for the dilithium, and then we'll go do the quest. Out of food. Well, hold on. Now that we're full on deuterium, we're going to give them premium rations. Yeah, we want to keep that up as high as we can. While we can. Class D planet. This small planetoid has no atmosphere, but scans reveal surface deposits of resources trapped just beneath the ice. The surface is extremely cold. Shoot a thermal beam to heat a wide surface area for mining. Launch a torpedo to shatter the surface for resource exposure. This has a much higher upside and a much darker downside. I think we launched the torpedo. And again, let's just look up here. I don't think that we actually lose a torpedo, but let's find out. Okay, we did not, and we got +8 dilithium. So, okay, let's stop by. We're going to do the Class D planet, and then we will stop by the space station. Now that we've got some extra dilithium, maybe we can trade for it. Oh, I really want this. But the odds of failure are really high. This is enough to upgrade the warp core either way. Let's do the more likely to succeed one. Okay, now that we've done that, I want to upgrade the warp core before that tritanium gets away from us again. We're going to go here, management, and upgrade. Yeah, and that's going to chew up a lot of our dilithium as well. Okay, back here. Right now we're good on fuel, but let's see what it costs to get food. Yeah, we've got to do this. Like Sam Lander was saying, Angel, quote, why haven't I upgraded my warp core? I keep not doing it. So now you may want to reassign a hero to the upgraded room. Let's look at it. Upgrade successful, Captain. The warp core is now level 2. We've significantly increased our maximum energy output, making Voyager ready for higher demands. And they love that. Almost to the point where we can take them off of the increased replicator rations, but let's go to main engineering. Let's go to heroes, and let's put B'Elanna there for now. She's the lead engineer after all. And then is there anything else that we want to do here? So we could go up to tier 2, but we don't need to. It's just that now it's an option. Yeah, this would eat more deuterium. Like, we'd only want to do that once we're up past 120, if I'm reading this display properly. This eats 24 deuterium every single day to give 120 power, and it only gets expensive beyond that, which is where you'd want to jump up. So now we have the option. We did it. We exit out of this. And we will talk to them about food. We stumbled across a large, seemingly abandoned space station. Scans indicate the station is a fully automated agricultural facility with vast hydroponics bays and livestock pens. There are life forms, but there's no sign of a crew or activity. So our options are quickly explore the storage area and take what you can find, thoroughly search the station for clues and valuables. How much food can we store? 1,000? Let's thoroughly search. Yay! Captain, we discovered the reason for the abandonment. There's a nest of hostile alien creatures infesting the lower levels. They seem to have driven off the crew. We managed to evade them and gathered all the food that we could find. We got 90% of all the food there.
Captain, you must simply see the cargo bay. Our pantry is positively bursting with the most magnificent delicacies. Now that the hard work is behind us, we can finally move on to the fun part, the preparation. Just imagine the possibilities. Takar loggerhead eggs whisked to perfection, a hearty Leola root pilaf, followed by a decadent Laurelian pudding. I promise you, your taste buds will melt away. Sorry, if Neelix offers to make your taste buds melt, take that literally.
I can't tell if it...
Yo, Tom Paris beat me to the joke.
In any case, the results speak for themselves. Our food stores are well stocked. Mission accomplished, Captain. Well done.
I think we're maxed out on morale. Yes, we are. So I think we put them on emergency rations, because going up from here gets us nothing. You know, we want the crew to be a little hungry, to be honest. It's what keeps them in line. I feel like Captain Bligh right now, but we want to save this for when we need it. Okay, so we did the food. There's more food here, but I mean, we're over halfway. I think we go do the quest. Kazon Raider Wreck. Okay, we are hemorrhaging science points. We have 34 left, which, again, I think might be slightly more. And didn't we see at one point that, like, in the science bay, by having Harry work there, like, he's producing 1 science point per day or something? I vaguely remember this as being a thing. And, like, moving up to tier 2, yeah, that's 70. For science, we can't do anything. Oops. I think that we have exhausted our research for now. Harry, what are you doing here? Show me what you're doing. Plus 25% research rate. Okay, maybe he produces 0 science, so you just have to find it. No, here it is. So if we could get 40 tritanium, then we could upgrade this with some of our bioneural gel packs, and it would double the science output for a slight increase to energy consumption. It's well worth doing, but for now we just sort of like let it ride, and we'll try to get to the 40. Captain, we reached our destination. Let's send the away team. Okay, so we don't know anything, but it's reasonable to assume that they would want a bunch of repair time. So let's look for repair people. Let's send B'Elanna, because she's really good at that. Let's send Kes, because she's good at medicine. And a Starfleet person. Chakotay hasn't been outside the ship yet. No, he was, but he was wearing his Maquis uniform. And he's good at fighting, just in case it comes up. And he doubles up with this. If we went with Tom Paris, he does have Starfleet power. He does have wrench ability. And he does have medicine ability. Okay, I've changed my mind. We're going to send Tom. The inside of the Raider shows signs of a massive explosion. No sign of the crew. Orders: swarm out and search the ship for the crew. Call out for survivors. Scan for life signs. I feel like Kes would be really good at doing the life signs. She has a very high chance to succeed. Let's do that first. Oh, and we get tritanium for it. I need to learn to look at this column almost first because it seems really important. And hello to Cozy Plays. Cozy, I hope that you had a great weekend, and I really enjoyed the Stardew stream that you did. Scanning reveals a single faint life sign. The team beams the comatose survivor directly to sickbay. The rest of the Kazon crew have been fused with wreckage. Oh my. I would prefer to die in a way that does not result in my being fused with something. What happened here? Scan the atmosphere, examine one of the dead Kazon. I don't know what scanning the atmosphere would get us. I'd rather have the 20 science points for sure. And if we combine Tom and Cass, we get a high success, and we get to make Neelix insanely jealous. Critical success. A medical examination reveals no signs of conventional weapons or combat, suggesting the disaster originated within the ship. Any suggestions on how to find the origin of the explosion, Captain? B'Elanna can do the system analysis on her own, but we could get 250 deuterium if we examine the ship's energy conduits. Let's do this, and we will hook up... So B'Elanna has a slight chance of failure. We can remove that by putting on Tom, but then Tom would be further fatigued, so I think we're going to trust in B'Elanna. The conduit shows signs that a massive pre-explosion energy surge originated in an irradiated area behind a force field. Captain, there's a strange console inside this force field. It could be the origin of the explosion, but the radiation is preventing us from coming any closer. How should we proceed? Send Spock, he loves that shit. Examine the console from a safe distance, from up close, modify a tricorder. Well, if we ask the two of them to do it, that would get, what, 42? That's perfect. Like, that's a guaranteed success, and we'd get that science. From up close, I do not know math. What is that, 45? Oh, if we put the two of them on it, that's so close, and we could really use that science. We actually don't need the morale right now. If we did this... I think I like this better, because we really need that science. We're dry on science. Guys, I'm sorry, I know it's risky, but we have to give Ensign Kim something to do. That kid is so annoying. Oh! Uh-oh. Despite the severe radiation exposure, the away team examines the console, which contains traces of Federation technology. Heavily injured, the away team returns to Voyager. They both got incapacitated. Maybe this is the start of something beautiful. The doctor can... They connect with one another to get away from the doctor's ministrations. Someday we will get that injury-free bonus once again, but there we go. By the way, we lost by 1 point. That's what it was. We need a different voice for Lieutenant Nunez. So, since there's no other people, yeah, it seems that Kazon tried to install Federation technology. We're unsure why. Can't we transport it out to find it? Oh, sorry, to examine it? Lieutenant Lonnie, no. Who are you? Not with those levels of nucleonic radiation. We could create a subspace bubble or build an expander. One's quicker and riskier, the other's safer, but more resource intensive. Well, I don't want to spend any of the tritanium. We just got that and we need it for other stuff. We're going to build the subspace bubble generator blueprints. We need to take this risk. How on earth did the Kazon get their hands on Federation technology? Yeah, the only answer I can think of is someone gave it to them. I don't like this. If technology changed hands, maybe it happened on the planet earlier. Who could have met them while you were on the surface? Ensign Seska was unaccounted for. I was picking up mushrooms. The Kazon ambushed me. Quite. I suggest interviewing the Kazon survivor, Captain. Lieutenant Carey, or Captain Carey, whatever his name is. Captain, this raises serious security concerns with Maquis personnel in critical areas. Lieutenant Lonnie, boy, we are getting the lower decks team here. This is about you being passed over for chief engineer, isn't it, Carey? No, Torres. Wait. Torres? Oh, right, because she's that... Okay, sorry, I get it. That was supposed to be Torres, but she's laid up in sickbay with radiation burns. So we've got Lieutenant Lonnie sort of puppeteering for us. Okay, it's about security. Convenient timing, Carrie. Almost like someone wanted to make the Maquis look like perfect scapegoats. Enough. We'll determine the truth through proper investigation. Sickbay to Captain Janeway. It's the Kazon. His own blood cells are killing him. I need to perform a complete pyrocyte replacement to save him. Requesting authorization. Are we equipped for this procedure? I've already run a crew compatibility analysis. I also noticed Ensign Seska never provided a blood sample. I had a childhood disease and I was warned to never to donate blood. I already found enough compatible blood donors among the crew, but we still require a blood sample for general medical purposes. I don't see the point in that, Doctor. Order Seska to provide a sample now. Seska can provide it later. I really don't think that this is our most important thing. I'm not even sure what this has to do with the Kazon whose blood is killing them. Let's focus on what's important, Doctor. I think we have more pressing matters at hand, Doctor. Ensign Seska can provide a sample later. And about the Kazon patient, replace his pyrocytes. Oh, we do not have a Vidiian surgical device. Darn it. I guess we shouldn't have killed them all. Let's replace his pyrocytes. Do nothing is just, it's not interesting. Let's try to replace his pyrocytes. Do everything in your power, Doctor. Good news, Captain. The Kazon is stable. Chances are high he'll survive. Good. Let me know as soon as he wakes up. Let's proceed with building the subspace bubble generator. Okay. We could use some more duranium. We're good on fuel. Samlander's wondering if they gave all of Tuvok's lines to Nunez. I wouldn't be surprised, minus some of the flavor text. Like, it would just be a lot to rewrite it all. But we'll try to make Nunez his own person. Let's keep an eye on the morale. We want to maybe save some energy, but not be silly about it. We don't want to make them miserable for no reason. Oh, wait, we need to... Sorry, I didn't start crafting the thing. Hold on, before I forget. Let's go here. Science lab. Can you... Oh, wait, sorry, I want... Workshop. Subspace bubble generator. Let's do that. Well, I lost 2 days. Like, we'd be halfway done if I'd remembered to do it. So, we could assign a hero here. Yeah, we're not researching anything, so let's send Harry Kim over there. He cuts the crafting time by half. Yeah, okay. Down from 4 days to 3. Okay, it's very cold. Let's go for... Let's shoot that torpedo. We've had really good success at that so far. Oh, and we can get some of this as well. Yeah, we don't hit max on this at all, so let's launch the torpedo. Fuck. No! We lost everything! And we damaged the hull. Oh, no. Scanning says, dialogue bug, you killed B'Elanna almost. This is your reward. Yeah, that was such a bummer that they got injured, and then we blew up everything. I didn't know that it could be that bad. Okay, well. Let's go get some food. And if we can get... Actually, hold on. I should have switched them to rations. All right, so we can store 350, 345. So if we do this, that would max us out. Try to carefully salvage resources scattered around the radiating wrecked vessel. It's emitting radiation. Look, B'Elanna and Tom are already irradiated. We might as well send them over. What's a little bit more? Okay, so we lost some food. It's fine. And then we'll go to ship, and we will switch them on to food. There we go. It's a little early to refuel on deuterium, but we could really use some of that duranium. So we're going to go here. You don't want those red lines. The crits are nasty. No, I thought that we'd be okay, and we very much were not. Use the tractor beam to consolidate the debris. Let's do this. We can get up to 48. Well, at least we got some. And nobody got injured this time. So we're going to go to here. The only question on our way is, did we want to set something up? Like, Harry did his thing, right? So why don't we take him out of here, because he's not doing anything currently. We'll put him back in the science lab, which is also not doing anything currently. Oh, really? We could put the doctor in here as well. Well, I'd rather have the doctor in sickbay, and actually on that note, is the doctor in sickbay? Also, weird question, how would we assign him to the science lab? I kind of thought that he was a little bit limited in where he could go. Heroes. Oh, come on! Now sorry, it just never occurred to me that we had to manually tell the doctor to be in the one place that he's allowed to be. Okay, well, he will make them feel healthier. Not better, just healthier. Season 1 doctor was a trip. Okay, so we do want to repair the aerospace shuttle bay. That's the regular shuttle bay. This is the aero shuttle bay. I did not realize there was a difference. So let's assign a work crew to this. And I'm not entirely sure what the... Oh, these guys are just waiting to repair the hull. So we can take one of them off. I don't quite have enough duranium, but let's do this next once we have 75 duranium. Yeah, we'll pick up 500 fuel or so. Build more science labs. Having 5 is gold. At the moment, I feel like I'm limited in like what decks I can turn on, but I'll check it here before we leave. Yes, let's quickly beam aboard any valuable salvage, because we can't... Well, hold on a second, because I could change over like another cargo bay. Hold on. Because we're nowhere near full and we're not going to get any out of this. So let's change this cargo bay over to deuterium. And now we can store 2,500. Now we come back to system. We go here. Well, see, now I don't want the red. Now I've been spooked. This has a 30% chance to go really bad. Let's just quickly beam aboard. Oh, and that wouldn't have maxed out anyway. Okay. Then in that case, before I forget, let's go here, and we're going to put this back to duranium. And that way, if we pick up some extra, it'll be fine. Periodically receive trade offers. This is the Aero Shuttle Bay. Send your Aero Wing to trade resources or reduce the threat level. Only one trade can be active at a time, and each takes a set amount of time. Oh, you guys, also I was going to look to see, can we... Okay, one thing at a time. You'll periodically receive trade orders when your Aero Shuttle Bay is active. Only one trade can be active at a time, and each takes a set amount of time to complete. You'll need to manually collect the resources after the trade went through. Feel like... Stop! I wanted to look at this. So, if we turn this on... Yeah, I don't have the resources for this deck yet, but otherwise we could. We just need the duranium. And I bet that a lot of these are going to be the same. That's 100. That's 90. 150. Oh, and I don't have to click on it. It shows down there. I forgot that already. This would be 40, 40, and 40. Okay, so we get a little bit more duranium. We can turn back on a ship and maybe get some more science labs. Spent too much time in the sector. Lieutenant Nunez. Captain, I'm detecting a growing sense of restlessness among the crew. The desire to move forward, to cut more light years off our journey, is beginning to affect their focus. It's not yet a problem, but to avoid a significant morale issue, I suggest we schedule our departure from this sector sooner rather than later. Captain, we've reached our destination. Captain, 2 Kazon Nistrum raiders approaching. They're hailing us. Open a channel. Kazon vessel. I'm Catherine Janeway, captain of the Federation Starship Voyager.
I am Cullah, first Maj of the Kazon Nistrum. What have you done to our ship?
We responded to a distress call. By the time we arrived, there was only one survivor.
I demand to speak to him.
We better not refuse the demand of a Kazon Nistrum Maj, Captain. Or we should question the survivor first, without outside influence.
I demand to see my crewman immediately!
Oh, you guys, it's a gold choice. I think this is the first one of the episode. Decline for now was the vote. We will do it. I have to refuse. You can visit him later.
That is unacceptable. No one opposes the first Maj of the Kazon Nistrum. We will take the damaged vessel with us. You have no right to interfere in our affairs. Keep your hands off our ship, or it will be considered an act of war. War, Captain!
Keep ship was the vote. Federation technology caused the explosion. Until we know more, I can't release the ship to you.
Your technology makes you brave, Captain, but you only have one ship. There will be 4 Kazon vessels off your bows soon enough.
I don't like bullies, and I don't like threats, and I don't like you, Cullah. Janeway out. Janeway to away team. Get ready to recover the console. Wait, are our guys still wounded? No, they're back and ready for more. I think that we do send B'Elanna. And we need phaser ability. So wait, Nunez seriously can't go. Okay, so we'll send Chakotay. He's the only phaser guy that we have left. And survivalist. Oh, good. Chakotay has that covered. And anything we can double up on. So Harry Kim is very good at wrench. And Tom never gets to leave the ship. I'm concerned, like, it would be cool if Harry Kim was consistently like the highest level guy, but also I'm a little bit worried. I don't want anybody to get left behind. What does he have? He has Starfleet ability, which we kind of need. He has wrench ability, which we need, and he has medical ability, which doesn't come into play. Meanwhile, Harry Kim has science and wrench, which we both need. So it is going to be Harry Kim. Captain, we're back on the Raider, but the bridge entrance is jammed shut. I'm positive it was open before. What a weird coincidence. Well, unlock the door mechanism. B'Elanna can do that on her own. Oh, wait, no, that's too much. B'Elanna can do that on her own, and we do get the 10 science points. Man, we could really use that, what's it called? But we're out of science, and, oh, I didn't start anything researching. I forgot to check that. That's cool. Let's go ahead and have her unlock the door. The door slides open smoothly, revealing the bridge beyond. The away team enters alert. Captain, the bridge has been tampered with. How do we proceed? Well, we've got an extra boost here from Chakotay, who it looks like a guaranteed success. Check the room for traps. Search the remnants for bioelectric signatures. This has dilithium, and we have the least of that, unless they had a bunch of bioneural gel packs on it. And deuterium. Yeah, let's do this. Scanix was also saying, always get dilithium if possible. That was my inclination. It feels like it's tough to come by. Whoever was on the bridge didn't want us recovering that console. Oh no! Oops! I thought we built the expander. Oh, derp. Okay, never mind. We built the subspace bubble generator. That's what we did. Yeah, and we're going to have B'Elanna use it. She's way more qualified. The away team creates a localized pocket of subspace that allows them entry. They reach the console, but find it fused to its surroundings, making extraction difficult. The console is fused to its surroundings. What are your suggestions? We could disassemble the fused connection points, recover only the essential parts, use phaser fire to sever the connection points. Well, of the set, I really like this one because we could use this. The only thing is, don't we have like a maximum of like 100 on this? But that's still well less than that. Yeah. I don't know what the limit is. I think it's 100. Let's have both of them do it. Yeah, Chakotay is going to fumble that phaser. Yeah, I want this. Oh, we were so close. With precision tools and steady hands, they successfully detach the console from its surroundings. The team returns to Voyager with the console. Okay, we got 150 morale, 34 science, 3 dilithium, 250. Yeah, we maxed out on fuel, but I don't think we lost that much of it. And, for a change, nobody got injured. Nikolai is saying critical success gives you more resources. Console recovered, Captain. It is indeed from Voyager.
What was it supposed to be?
Well, we've only... Why would we not analyze it? Let's at least give it a shot. Main engineering level 2, let's analyze it. Analyze its purpose. Of all the things, it's a food replicator. Or at least it was trying to be.
We take replicators for granted, but imagine what it means to a culture that doesn't have this technology. Or to us if we lost them. We're struggling with food shortages ourselves, just like the Kazon.
Just give them a replicator. Show them how it works. It could smooth things over with Cullah. We need friends. Prime directive. We cannot interfere with the technological development of another culture. And it's awfully convenient you're suggesting to give away Federation technology, just like you were conveniently found in the cave with the Kazon. Loyalties.
You're out of line, Carrie. I won't tolerate you questioning every Maquis' loyalty. Dismissed! Captain, we have a chance to show goodwill. We could offer Cullah some food. It may not be replicators, but it could build some thrust.
Oh, it's another vote. Okay, by a narrower vote than normal, yes, we should give them food. Contact Cullah. Send them some food.
Wise, Captain. I'll see to the arrangements.
Regardless, we can't ignore the fact that someone on this ship provided them with technology. Chakotay, you won't like to hear this, but Seska has made herself suspicious. However, Carrie points the finger at her a little too much.
I'll carry out an investigation, Captain.
Approved, Lieutenant. Let's hope our Kazon patient wakes up soon. I need answers. Wait until the security investigation is complete. And Nunez wanted to leave the sector, which is great news because we've sort of done everything here. Okay, let's look at sector. And I guess we'll go here. We're full on fuel. We're out of food. That was all of our food, not half of it. Can we... Hold on, we are already here. Was there a... Okay, this was a one-time trade. It wasn't like a, go there anytime you want trade. That's right, because it was abandoned. Okay, well, we've got to move on. Okay, we can very much afford... And we have to research something. Premium replicator rations. Let's look at our research. How much do we have? 146. So we can research 2 things pretty easily. I do think that we want to spend this on... Hold on. Okay, so we could turn on one of the smaller decks. We can't quite afford one of the larger decks. And I do kind of feel like we want to save up for that. So, okay, let's spend our... So we would need 50 titanium. 35... 75, yikes. Okay, so as long as we hold on to 50 or so, we're pretty mobile on that. Okay. Because this is 40, and that's going to be most of what we've got. We could still turn on one of the decks if we wanted to. And that +4 deuterium, that just feels like it's a wise thing to have early. I don't really... I'm not feeling the pressing need to get into the workshop level 2. We haven't done any of the trading yet. We're full out on that. And then for combat, we've got everything there. Before we commit, now that we repaired the shuttle bay, do we need to build a shuttle? Not currently here. An efficiency bonus for diplomacy. Well, we could put Chakotay there. All right, so he can work there. And then the shuttle bay, the regular shuttle bay. Oh, we should fix this then. Yes. And I'm just shy on the duranium. So with all of that in mind, I do think the Bussard collectors, it just takes a percentage off how much we spend every single time. It's 40, and yeah, it's fine. Like, we're gonna do this for right now. Scanning is saying you can open up the next system with right-click and select the target planet to travel to. It helps to avoid excess traveling or some dangers like meteors or other fields. All right, so right-click. I will endeavor to remember that. Provides one shuttle slot. Standard shuttle ready. Someday we can upgrade it to get a second slot. And if we put an engineer in here... Alright, Tom, you can live there. And we'll look at the comm signal in just a second. We've got a work crew available. But I think we're still shy. So I could put a work crew available, to work back here right now and start this working. It'd take 7 days. I just feel like I'd rather spend those resources on one of the larger decks, which would be a lot more versatile. Captain, I've completed my investigation. An unauthorized transmission was sent to the Kazon a week ago. It originated in Lieutenant Carey's station. Also, I found an encrypted security code in the requisition file for replicator materials. That code, however, belongs to Ensign Seska. Incompetence or intent? Thank you, Lieutenant. Summarize all the clues, decide and confront the trainer, speak to the Kazon survivor first. Well, it's optional. Before I make up my mind, could you summarize everything that we know, Lieutenant? Lieutenant Carey resents Lieutenant Torres's appointment as chief engineer. He may have attempted to frame the Marquis as traitors by providing technology to the Kazon. Yet it was Ensign Seska who was close to the Kazon inside that cave, providing a perfect opportunity for the transfer of materials. She readily suggested offering the Kazon a replicator, demonstrating a willingness to provide them with advanced technology. Finally, both the transmission from Carey's station and Seska's security code were easy finds. Was this a clumsy cover-up or a deliberate setup? Ultimately, they both present evidence suggesting culpability. I just gotta say that if I was the one who was secretly trying to covertly trade technology, I wouldn't be the person on the bridge saying, you know what, we should really trade them technology. That would really reek of everybody pay attention to me, I'm the person that did it. Let's speak to the Kazon survivor first. I feel like this is an option that would not be available if we had, like, given them away or whatever. I'd like to speak to our Kazon patient first. The patient is stable enough for questioning. I'm Captain Janeway. We responded to your distress call.
I'm Knut of the Kazon Nistrum. So, you saved me.
It was a rather complicated procedure, but with my formidable medical skills, Yes, thank you, Doctor. We don't have much time. The explosion on your ship was caused by our technology. Who gave it to you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't take me for a fool, Knut. We want to know the truth. I want to know the truth. Now.
If I tell you, Cullen will kill me.
Command Knut to tell the truth. Offer protection. They are equal either way, like the percentage chance. I'd say that we vote. All right, the vote is coming in, and it is for offering protection. Consider this, Knut. Whether you assist us or not, your Maj will think you did. You're a dead man either way, but we can offer you protection. Fine, it was that woman, Seska or something. So it really was her. How unpleasant. I helped you, Captain. I'm dead if I walk out of here. So we can offer to have this person join our crew or send Knut away. Offer to join the crew is the vote. I can offer you a place on Voyager as part of our crew.
Guess I got nowhere else to go. I'm in, Captain.
Now, Lieutenant Nunez, get Seska on the bridge. It's time for her to answer some questions. Bridge crew, attention. For weeks, a traitor has been in our midst, actively conspiring with the Kazon. That stops today. So, there's only the one option. Confront Seska, she's the traitor. Ensign Seska, you are charged with treason. By transferring Federation technology to the Kazon, you have violated the Prime Directive. No, it's Carey! He's the one! He never trusted the Maquis, and he's using this to frame us! Tell that to the brig. You and your precious Starfleet principles. I did what was necessary. Your actions left us stranded in the Delta Quadrant. Kala offered protection, and I made a decision. A decision that could have impacted the entire quadrant. You lack resolve, Janeway. I don't. Computer, command XJL. With a triumphant smirk, Seska activates her transporter, revealing her treachery as she escapes from the bridge. Janeway and the crew are left in shock. She's getting away. Override transport in progress. Identify destination of the transport. Well, I'd rather stop her from getting away. Stop the transport. I can't, Captain. A security lockout is in place. Identify the destination. What is the destination of Seska's transport? A Kazon vessel. It's getting ready to go to warp. No, she can't get away with this. Get ready to fight to stop Seska. Battle stations. Even with our superior technology, we're massively outnumbered, Captain. Wait, but... So I take it the other 4 ships, or maybe a total of 4 ships are here? I don't want to die. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, we'll just reload. Is it better to just go? I want to fight. I want to fight. I'm not letting Seska escape, and I like a challenge. Select hero. Oh, right, because Tuvok's not here anymore. So, Maquis maneuver. Oh, Kazon aggression. Hold on, maybe we can put this guy to work. Kazon aggression increases Voyager phaser fire rate and movement speed for limited time. 10-second cooldown. Actually, I like our odds, to be honest. I did think that we still had the Valjean with us, because they didn't make any note of that going away. So, is there anybody else that we'd want to have? Evasive maneuver seems... Instant shield recharge seems better. What is rousing speech? Resets the cooldown of all other heroes' combat abilities to 4 seconds, 30-second cooldown. Well, this only has a 19-second cooldown. This is a 10-second cooldown. Yeah. I mean, Neelix is okay. Maquis maneuver increases rotation speed and boosts weapon damage output, 20-second cooldown. So if we stack up all of these guys, they're going to hit really, really hard. Let's do this. What is Tom Paris's? A brief window of invulnerability. Yeah, I think I like Chakotay's better.
What are your orders, Captain?
Well, we're going to target the weapons on the first ship. That one there. And we're going... Oh, yeah, the fighter. And we're going to do... E. Offensive actions. Target the weapons.
To attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed,
Okay,
Captain.
let's photon torpedo. This will be the first photon torpedo that we fired, and it's shift, right? I think we got the
Ability ready,
shields,
Captain.
unfortunately. Okay, so we've taken out their weapons. I don't know if they get to repair that or what. Let's focus on our next worst target. Our rear shields are down. We've never looked at defensive actions. Let's defend aft for a
Moving to
second.
defend the aft, Captain. An enemy is fled, Captain.
Okay, good. So they're in range, and where's the other one? I actually don't really understand where the second ship is, but this ship is right here. So why don't we're defending our, yeah, now they're hitting us on our shields. So let's go to this, and we're going to do offensive actions. And we will again...
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Okay, their weapons are down. Okay, then let's attack them. Well, wait, if their weapons are down, then what I want to do is...
Destroyed, Captain.
Yes, okay, we're down to one target, is the point. So let's continue to hit them really hard in their
Moving to
weapons.
attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
I feel like going underneath
ready,
us
Captain.
runs counter to everything that I know about Star Trek.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. An enemy is fled, Captain.
Okay, we did it, I think. Like, that's it, right? I think we're done. Oh, no, this one is still cooking. Okay, well, if they want to have a fight, let's do offensive actions. Let's go after their
Moving to attack the aft,
engines.
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
There we go. Scanix has got to go to sleep. 4 a.m. and have a doctor's appointment at 11. Enjoy the game and see you later. Scanix, thank you so much for the advice, and I will endeavor to remember to right-click before I go to the planet next time so we can choose the exact destination. So, I didn't know that there were war spoils. We got a bunch of duranium, awesome. Tritanium, better. Deuterium, nice. And we got that morale because we have the captain's recognition. Report. The Kazon raiders have been defeated, but Seska escaped with Culler. It's probable Seska and Culler will seek vengeance. I recommend we prepare ourselves. We've got their number, Lieutenant. We're ready for them. Captain, thank you for your faith in me throughout this whole traitor affair. I realize my Maquis comments were less than professional. For that, Lieutenant Torres, I severely apologize. Is she with us now? I now understand why the captain appointed you chief engineer. You clearly deserve that chair. Congratulations. I appreciate that, Lieutenant Carey. Truly. I'm pleased to see you both moving forward. I'll leave you to it. I suspect our chief engineer and her new assistant chief engineer have a lot to discuss. I'm honored, Captain. I'm going to be counting on you, Carey. I'm not up to date with all the latest Starfleet protocols. You're probably more familiar with the quirks of this warp engine than I am right now. I hope I can depend on you. I assure you, Lieutenant, you'll never get less than my best. Okay, Carey's been recruited. State of Flux completed. Congratulations, you completed the main mission of State of Flux. You can now move to the next sector or remain in this one if you want to explore some more. Leaving the sector will cause all active missions to be canceled and all heroes marked as unavailable to be lost. Well, let's stay here because weren't we on our way to like the next sector or whatever? Like, this is a good point to like call it for this episode, but what are we doing? Hold on. Bussard collectors are being researched. Doctors in sickbay. I don't think anybody is wounded anymore. That's good. Sorry, nope. We certainly don't want to dismantle sickbay. Heroes are in there. Yep, we've done that. And we've got one work crew that is currently unassigned. The ship hull is getting repaired. And I think that that's probably what's happening. Yep, they're repairing the hull. And they are repairing the hull, which is a good use of hull right now. Oh, we have a lot of duranium. Wait, are we... We're over our battery limit, though. Okay. So, what we'd want to do then is turn the warp core up, especially since we're full on deuterium. So let's go here, and we're going to kick this into tier 2. Now our batteries are full. We've got a lot of extra energy to work with. We're going to consume more deuterium, but that's fine because we're full. And with all of our duranium, I think we can turn on another deck. That's 90. This is 100. This is 70. So this would get us, what is this, deck 3. Is there any other deck that's better? No, right, I don't have to click on every single one. Okay, I think deck 3 is our best option. We've got deck 12 is a lot smaller. I mean, eventually I think it would make sense to move our cargo bays and stuff back here, but I think that we want to take our best deck 3. Our best deck is deck 3. Let's repair it. And that's going to take 7 days. Let's make sure that we're at a good, like, stopping point, because I think we're warping someplace. A Glimmer of Hope. Scans have discovered a wormhole, but subspace disturbances indicate it's collapsing rapidly. I can't do this right now. Hold on. Voyager, relax. Captain, what do we do now? We don't have much time to investigate. Well, I guess we're doing it. Investigate right away. It would be ridiculous not to do it. We won't let this opportunity pass us by. Helm, set course to the wormhole. Morale plus 200. Okay. And this is a time-limited thing, and we'd want to do it first, but this is going to be the best place. Fortunately, they patched in a save option, which I guess was not in the game at launch, but there we go. So that's going to call it for this episode of Star Trek Voyager. This is a great cliffhanger, because in the next episode, what we'll do is we'll head over to that wormhole. It's going to take us 5 days to get there, and we will investigate and hopefully have a lot more community voting on what happens from there. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for all the votes and the fun conversation. We'll catch you again in the next one.